Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to the Blue Corner. And let me ask you this question. Have you ever wondered why decks like this are able to top when, in spite of the fact that the current format, Overlord and Chaos are the best deck, and they aren't getting the number of spots in top cut as you'd think they would, given their high numbers? Well, in this video, we will be talking about that. So before I get into this, shoutouts to Cardfight EXP, a blog written by Dryden EXP, which I'll be linking in the description, and kudos to him for bringing some information that a lot of us just never knew about to light. And that's basically how this year Bushiroad's implemented a strange rule for their WGPs that affects how top cuts pan out. Now, WGPs are the Japanese equivalent of BCSs, and those are some pretty high stakes tournaments. And basically, this rule makes it so that the top 16 of these events will consist of only winners and clan representatives. Winners are players who have gone undefeated, and clan representatives are players who have gone X and 1 using a clan different from the winners. For example, you have a major tournament, and your undefeateds are Overlord, Chaos, and Thavas. Okay, that makes sense. And then the rest of the top cut's going to consist of all the X1s, all the X1 Overlord, Thavas, and Chaos players who weren't able to go undefeated, but they should still get in the top cut because their tiebreakers are good, right? Wrong. There's no tiebreakers or scores applied here. Instead, though the remainder, the X1s of that top cut, are going to all consist of decks that are not Overlord, Thavas, or Chaos, because that's what the undefeateds are. So you're going to see random bad decks like this Vanquisher list that has no business being in top cut, or some really shitty Harri build, or a really bad, oh, what's an example? Maiden Ofs, or like these decks that have managed to go X1 and shouldn't be topping because there's like that one guy who's only like, actually, here's an example. Blade Wings. Like there's this one guy who's playing Blade Wings in a tournament of 200 people, but he manages to get the top cut because he went X1 with Blade Wings, but he's getting in there because his deck isn't the same as the undefeated. Like, to put it bluntly, decks that are allowed in the top cut will only consist of the undefeateds and people who are X1 playing a deck that's not undefeated. And this is just stupid. Like, as I wrote down here, just so I wouldn't forget, the ramifications of this are that the top 16 can be considered suspect as any of the X1s present that may have topped solely because they're playing a clan that is not the same as the Exos. Whereas if this rule wasn't applied, I'm pretty certain the top 16 of these tournaments would be mostly Overlord and Chaos for this current format. And this begs the question, are the decks that are not Overlord and Chaos or Thavas that are topping any good? I don't think so. I think these decks are actually not good, if not just straight up bad in most cases, but they're getting in there because they're not the undefeateds. They're being allowed in, and that's so stupid. Like, that's basically telling someone who goes to a Ryuga regionals they're playing Spirals because it's the best deck in the format. They played their ass off. They're winning all their games, but they lost just one game. That's to the undefeated. So naturally speaking, he should get his top 8 at that regional, right? No, he's going to lose his regionals to the Trickstar player who went X1, and his loss was to some guy who went, I don't know, X3 drop, but he managed to win against everyone else. By all accounts, he shouldn't be topping because his tiebreaker is worse than your tiebreaker. But no, you're not getting in. Not only that, but the other Spiral players who went X1 also can't get in because we got to let the X1 guys playing the ABC, Trickstar, True Draco, Wind Witches, Synchrons, they get in, but you don't. Like, this is so stupid when you think about it to other card games. And like, he gives his own thoughts on here. Basically, this affects the reliability of WGP results when you're looking at their format because their Bushiroad is basically creating false diversity and spreading misinformation. Like, you could almost make the argument that they're rigging the top cut because you look at these WGP results and you say, oh yeah, this and this and this, they went undefeated. And then all these other decks, oh man, they topped. That means their format's great, right? No, these decks are topping because they're just different from the rest. And that's so bad. Like, that is literally giving out participation medals to everything. It is rewarding people for adapting to having the special snowflake mentality. And that's fucking terrible. Like, I, for one, hate the special snowflake mentality. The I'm being different from everyone else, therefore I should be special. You should praise me, revere me. It's like, if you want to play a deck different from everyone else because you feel like it'll give you the best chance of winning, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, if I were to go to a BCS, chances are I'd play Thunderstrike because I just feel like it's the deck that I'm most capable with in my hands. However, it's a different story when you're taking a really shitty deck like Steel Dragons and you're expecting to do well because you're being different from everyone else. By all accounts, you shouldn't be doing well because your deck is that terrible. But this system would actually reward you for it if you somehow manage to go X1 the entire day because, I don't know, you crit sacked a whole bunch of people and you only lost one game, but you're going to get in there because you're not playing Chaos Overlord Thabas. Instead, you get the top over someone who probably deserves that top, such as a Zodiac Time Beast. No, okay, such as another Chaos player who managed to play really well, but he just got really bad breaks. Like, this is so dumb. And the thing is, this might come over here for the BCSs, and that's not good. Like, it's really hard to put into words just what I'm trying to get at here, but when I think about this, I just think it's not right. They're basically trying to change how their top cut looks. I think for the purpose of telling people, "Oh, our game is definitely not in a bad place. Our format's great. See, look at all these decks that are topping. Of course they're topping. You're letting them top. You're giving them free tops because they're just playing something different from everyone else. You shouldn't be rewarding people for that. They should be getting tops on their own merits. Instead, it's just, oh, I'm being different from everyone else, therefore I automatically get a top. That's not right at all, and you people know this. Now, right now, it's not being applied to us. Hopefully, they don't think about bringing this over here. If they do, I hope to God that the North American and European communities raise hell and tell them, no, we don't want this. We want to be able to top on our own merits. Vanguard already gets a rap for being a sacky skillless game, and something like this would only just add more fuel to the fire. As now you're basically telling people, yeah, you can try your absolute best, but it's not going to fucking matter because you're playing one of the good decks, and we don't want that. It's a fucking crock. But that's all I can really say for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below, give me your own thoughts, and post your own videos about this. Get the word out. Let's get the discussion going. I'm hoping that other Vanguard tubers like Team Absolution, Solemn Vanguard, Nexus Corp, and so on and so forth, that they talk about this too, because it is just a really, really stupid thing that they've got into place. But that's all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, thank you all for watching. Until next time, this is Boostar899, jacking out.